Hey, everybody. I don't know what that sound is. Breakfast bell? I wish. I have not had my breakfast yet. This is for the second week in May. I wanted to do it again. May. Maybe it's because, I don't know, animals are getting frisky. And the goats are having fun. No, I have no goats around me anymore. Ooh, bright feature, star. Yay. So, thank you so much for commenting below, you guys, and sharing your experiences. It's so awesome. I love that we're all in this together. And, new beginnings. Oh my gosh, the Fool just stepped out and the Four of Wands. Making an appearance. All right, so one thing I just want to mention again, for those of you who are new, because I keep hearing, I just found your channel. Yay. Welcome if you're new, and welcome if you've been here for a while. I do have some beautiful friends who've been watching me for quite some time and been listening to the Satori Show, which is a podcast that I do for twin flames, but also any subject under the planet. And I do healings on there and blessings and things like that. So if you haven't watched or listened to the Satori Show, you might want to check it out. Anywho, yeah, I was going to say something about the comments. Just that, I don't know, it's just a beautiful community. It's nice to be able to, I was going to say the new thing, sorry. The new people need to know that the thing about collective readings is, all right, so people keep sloughing off the top, okay? So people who are coming into union, they're starting to date, they're starting to get to know each other, they start to become a part of their own like little collective. A reader can choose to tune into that collective that's just starting to date, or they can, tune into a collective who's maybe just meeting their person, or they can tune into, they can set their intention for anything. And they usually tend to, most of the time, unless they totally shift their focus, a lot of times they are reporting on a collective that somehow pertains to them. So, or something that's similar to where they're at. So if a reader is on the first wave of twin flames coming together, then you'll hear, in other words, like if a reader predict something a week or two in advance and they go to watch their video, they're going to be like, whoa, that just happened to me, which is kind of cool. But anywho, I have a pretty open intention. Sometimes I set an intention, other times I'm just like, Spirit, just, tell me what to do. And I do what they say to do, and that's it. So, and then a lot of you guys report that a lot of things that I say in the videos are accurate and right on for what you're going through. So you're being drawn to me for a reason, because I'm to help guide your plane in and help you feel encouraged and kind of spotted along on your journey. So if this doesn't resonate for you, then this is probably something that would be coming up in your future. Could be months, could be, I doubt it would be longer than months if you're drawn to me. So, or if it seems to resonate, it's probably, this reading could be, there's definitely going to be something in it for you. Absolutely. Always. That's how I design the readings. But, don't get disappointed if what I said doesn't happen right now. It could happen in a week or a few weeks or something like that. Because obviously this is a collective read. It's usually for those who are still in separation at this time, having considered that some of them are in union now. So it's going to shift a little bit every week. It's not going to be like the same exact story, because it's like you take a body of 100 people and now 25 of them have started dating and stuff. And those were like the bold guys who went for it. So now you're left with the 75 who still haven't talked to their feminine. So that's what we're going to feel into right now. Hey, baby girl. Okay, so she's probably going to jump up here. Be forewarned. Hi, honey. Okay. All right. Yeah? You do say. I think we're going to, they just said DM. Okay. And we're going to do the Divine Masculine first. Good. Okay. This is actually a really pretty spread. All right. Ultimately, they're looking through illusions. This is like things that they have realized are lies or ways that they've been keeping themselves tracked. They're gaining clarity through kind of a foggy time where they've been like, I don't know what's going on or what to do. I've got so many options to choose from. I'm trying to figure it out, but I ultimately want to bring temperance to this situation. Now, temperance is like, it's believing divine timing, is knowing everything will work out when it should. It's also, so it's like trusting the divine. It's also knowing that this connection is being led by the divine and knowing that everything is at the right time. So in the meantime, he's like, while he's waiting for this, and this is also a reconciliation card. It's like the two cups are finally pouring into each other and they're seeing kind of eye to eye. Things are balanced, So he's sorting out all the different options and ways that he can make this happen so that he can create a new beginning and his wishes fulfilled. So this is also an abundant new beginning. I think he realizes, or he knows, that ultimately going into this new beginning is going to bring lots of money. It's going to bring a lot of success. It's going to bring a lot of love. It's going to bring abundance in every area, maybe even pregnancy. See, she's pregnant in this picture, so maybe he's going to get her partners. Also, she's like a queen. She's the empress, so she embodies all four queens of the tarot. She can communicate clearly. She's passionate. She's very loving, very understanding. She is on her throne. She's making money. She's, doing well for herself. And, she's got it all, and he knows it. And he knows that that's, also going to be key for his own success, because behind every king is a queen, right? She is definitely a queen. And he knows that. So he's getting past this victim mentality. This is the wounded warrior, and he is wanting to collaborate with her and wanting to work as a team with her, wanting to get on the same page and talk about, like, how do we, this is also a card about overcoming. So he wants to stop being stubborn. He wants to stop being insecure, and he wants to partner up with her somehow. Some of them might actually want to work with you. Some of them might see potential with that. A lot of them do. So he's trying to, this is inspiring him, all of these ideas are inspiring him to overcome all of those obstacles and insecurities and fears and things that have been keeping him up at night, and maybe even he's been having some dreams or something that have inspired him and given him some ideas of, oh, we could do that together. How cool is that? And he's wanting to partner up. He's thinking about having her as a partner and how that would help him come out of a victim state, help him feel some support. help him feel like he can do anything, you know, go from this guy to a king himself, the emperor, most likely. But so in his heart space, he's gaining clarity that he really does want this new adventure, no matter how he feels like a little boy. This guy gives a message. He sends a message. He sends an email. He sends a text, or he just goes on a little adventure. This could be like, you know, maybe he's going to go visit her or something and deliver a message. But he's very clear as to how he feels, and he's determined. There's determination in this guy's face, right? And he's also like, he's setting good boundaries with the karmic partner. If there was a karmic in the picture, which if she was, she's like nearly gone, if not entirely gone. So he's got great, healthy boundaries. He is going to communicate really clearly. He may even communicate that I don't really know where we can go with this, but let's explore it. Let's take a look. You know, I think of this guy as like somebody he's like, you know, when you got a friend when you're a kid and you just want to go on an adventure, and it's like, hey, I've got my compass and I've got my this and that. What did you bring? And then she's like, well, I brought us some snacks and a blanket. And so he's like, all right, well, it looks like we got everything we need. Let's just go on this adventure. And he's like, you know, trying to be all like large and in charge and like, I know what we're doing. Like, let's go here. Let's communicate and get to know each other better too on this adventure. It just feels kind of fun and childlike. And that's in his heart. In his actions is he does want to take a risk on this new adventure. He's like, you know, pardon my French, but he's like, fuck it, you know, fuck it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go with my little loyal dog by my side. And I'm going to shine in the sun, and I'm just going to go have a great time and take a risk. You know, what is life if you don't take a risk? Is what's dawning on him. It's like, I'm just sitting around, you know, waiting. Why don't I just go out and create my own fun? Why don't I just go see what happens when I open the door again? You know, what am I sitting there all scared like a hermit in my apartment for? And over here, it's like he wants to do it very carefully, very carefully. So this doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be slow, you guys. It just means that he's going to be careful. He doesn't want to mess it up. So I appreciate this card because there's a lot of respect in it, and there's a lot of care and concern, and just, you know, being careful and wise in starting this new adventure. So there's risk in it, but he's minimizing the risk as much as possible, because in his overall space, it's like he's starting to overcome the stubbornness and the sleepless nights already. He's come up with the courage to leave that third-party situation. He's overcoming his fears, anxieties, and concerns, and he's wanting to build a foundation and hold on to you. He's done with being a player. He is done hiding in the shadows of his fears. He's done worrying about what ifs. But, you know, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if, he wakes up in the middle of the night, but, you know, there are like a million buts that will always be there. But these guys are just, they're like, I don't want to lose her. I don't want to let her go. I don't want her to slip through my fingers because of my insecurities or because of my stupid karmic. And they're getting courageous, and they're going for it. They're going for it. Again with this. Done spying, and he's going to go forward in a balanced way. So, one thing about this guy too, in his immature version, is that he can say things that he doesn't mean. And I think some of the masculines have been, you know, that's one of the things that have kept them awake at night, is their fear of like you know, what if I say the wrong thing and I ruin everything? I just did a video on this in case you guys start dating, how to be a good listener and things like that. So if you want to watch that, you can. And what to do when you guys go on your first date to kind of chill out and calm down about the whole anticipation thing. And so, in fact, there are a lot of videos you guys should check out if you haven't yet. There's a playlist, talks about life, that you might want to check out. All right. So he wants to come out of ghosting you and spying on you, and he wants to balance things out between you guys. We're back to that temperance card. Like, just I think of temperance too as being a nice warm hot tub that you get into that just feels just perfect. One thing about this guy too is he is a locomotive. He has momentum, and he has been going, and nothing is going to stop the chariot from coming to you. And the chariot also represents road trips. It represents, just full steam ahead, big time. Like, I am going to do this, and I'm going to do this now, and I'm going to speak my truth, even if it sounds immature, even if it sounds stupid or insecure or whatever. It's like whatever his fears in communication are, it doesn't matter. He's determined, and he's going to say his piece. Now I'm trying to see, there's a lot of communication in the cards this week. So you'll most likely hear from him. It's not going, it could hold a lot of truth and boldness about this new beginning. It could feel courageous. Could be about his fears and insecurities. It could be that he doesn't want to lose you. He wants to hold on to you. But it's keep in mind when he comes to talk to you that he's had to do all this overcoming and realize that he was in a self-imposed prison, and that he's had sleepless nights over this. So cut him some slack. Whatever he says, just be compassionate. Just most of the cards are blue. If they're not blue, then they're yellow. So new beginnings in communication this week. Big time. In partnership. I just feel like this week is like a big fuck it, I'm going for it week. That's what this feels like. All right, so for the feminine, feminines, I feel like they feel a little encouraged. I feel like they've been getting some attention from some guys. Or they know they will. Ooh, they're growing in their confidence too. They're also saying, like, I'm valuable. I know I'm a catch. Okay, so that was the Seven of Pentacles. It's about assessing the situation, how far it's come. Oh, wow. Wants to fly into new love. Oh, that's an understatement. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Seven of Coins is about like really assessing your situation, really deciding whether you want to be all in or not. And I know that some of these feminines too, and this is what the masculines kind of have been afraid of, is when they finally approach, she's going to wonder if she's really in it anymore. And yes, they are. They have that fear, and they will feel the intensity and kind of want to run in some ways. They both have that tendency to want to run from the intensity a little bit. But if you guys can just stay in the moment, you can ride that wave pretty well. What is she doing? Okay, I need to check this out for a minute. She's having fun in the summer sun. Just gonna let her have some fun out there. Okay, so feminines. You guys just have a really fun summer. Have a really fun summer. And These guys will come to you when it's the perfect time and in the perfect way. Trust that. And just let it go. Get happy despite circumstances. In that way, you'll also set the tone for a really healthy relationship too. So keep that in mind. I always tell the feminines, if you're neurotic now, you're really going to be neurotic when you get in your relationship. So learn to self-soothe. Learn some tools. I highly recommend Byron Katie. I talk about her all the time because she pretty much saved my ass. I was in a really difficult relationship and years ago, and it was pretty awful. And I started to learn how to do her work, and it really saved me. And I've never had to take any kind of antidepressants or anything for my PSD, anything for anxiety. For a little while, I had to take like sleeping pills. Don't have to take those anymore or anything because I did her work. I learned how to do it, and now it's really pretty tough to get me rattled. I do get rattled, but I know what to do with it and how to handle it, and it's pretty easy compared to what I used to go through. I used to, have a lot of anxiety and things like that. So learn some tools, both feminines and masculines. And I read this article recently about the masculines and how they rely heavily on women in their lives to talk to about things, and how men's groups have been really beneficial for them as well. I mean, they can do Byron Katie's work too, which only takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes per thought. So I always suggest that you do her work. Like there's a learning curve involved, but do her work for a half an hour to 45 minutes every night or every morning, and you just do that once every day, and your mind will start to automatically detach from any kind of stressful thoughts. It's awesome. It takes a little while, but it absolutely completely works and will save you thousands of dollars. Having to talk to somebody and rehashing a bunch of stuff that you really don't need to do. You just need to deal with your negative thoughts and learn how to deal with them. Anyway, both people in these twin flame situations, it's vital that they learn tools to learn how to deal with their emotions, because they're here to heal the planet. Oh, isn't this interesting? What? This is so funny. All right. What? All right. So many similarities between them again. This happened last week. If you haven't watched that reading, I used all 78 cards in the deck. I was so blown away. Aw. Huh. Interesting. I never would have expected this to be here. I mean, this is good. But it's like, this is very interesting. Okay. So, woo, there's a little card that was snuck in there. Okay. She's healing issues around marriage. She's healing issues around the idea of marriage and commitment. And she's wanting to be with the person that she feels that she can be most vulnerable and authentic with. And I feel he is in the same exact boat. He feels the same way. He's doing the same thing. Usually this can be a breakup card, but it's also about like really feeling the separation. And so they're doing some healing around the fact that it hasn't happened yet, and that they've been in this separation for what seems like forever, and they're ready for this cycle to be over with. They're ready for that chapter to close and to go into a new chapter involving commitment or marriage. And if they had issues with that before, like if they've had a difficult marriage like I was in, or something like that, they're healing those issues right now, and they're having faith again that they can actually have something peaceful and harmonious happen, and they can feel victory in having done that and achieved that. They're feeling hope again. They're feeling like it can actually happen, and they want it to go quickly. they want some communication to happen so that they can get to this healing that needs to happen between these two. And so that they can, you know, feel like a brand new chapter is beginning that could lead to marriage eventually or lead to some kind of commitment. And I just felt like, I think I can trust again. I think I can trust again. And in her headspace is dropping her defenses because she's gone inside for inner wisdom. Maybe she's been doing some Katie work. But she's realizing that in some ways she's pushed her masculine away. And she's been kind of guarded and defensive. She's starting to see like herself in the roles that she has played in the state of things right now. And she's been kind of pushing him away, even by being assertive with trying to move him forward, you know, all these little texts and little things to tink, 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 poke at him. She's like, well, no wonder he's defensive, you know? So she's trying to be wise, and now she's starting to reflect and use her intuition in terms of like, should I reach out or should I just kick back and let him come to me? And so she's being very wise. She also feels, some of these women feel like, I know he's my man and I know my place in this world, and I am going to be honest and vulnerable and kind of hold my stance in that position because I feel like it's the wise thing to do. So, or this could also be them being wise, dating all these other men, all those little wands that are coming at them. And they're like, get away from me. So it's like, I want the right one. I don't want quantity, I want quality. So she's being very wise as to which one of those ones she's going to let through. I'm just like laughing at one of my Instagram posts. So she wants temperance also. She wants balance too. She wants for you guys to go back to that state of being playful and giddy and happy and having fun in the summer sun. And balance everything out. Have a good heart-to-heart talk. You know, exchange some liquids maybe. It doesn't have to mean something big. Just, you know, a kiss, something. It's like, but something to where you're still kind of like keeping your own. Both of you need to keep your own independence to an extent. I don't mean being guarded at all, because you really should put yourself out there like a child, you know. You really should put yourself out there like with all the joy and vulnerability you can muster, you know, and really have a really fun time. But don't get lost in them. Don't become codependent and needy and all that stuff, you know. Like give each other lots of space. She's wanting to start a new adventure. She wants to receive a message. She wants to give a message, but she's been pretty ignored, so she's wanting to really get a message. And she's wanting to go on some adventures, you guys. Like if you're the masculine watching, she wants to go camping. She wants to go, you know, visit you in your hometown, and she wants to go out for dinner with you and just have fun, you know, and goof off and be kids. Have you guys just... you know, have a good time together. That's in her action space. And some of them are actually like, some of them are getting creative, doing some creative projects and stuff to feel good and to have fun this summer. And they might be presenting those things to you. I just got like, I don't know if it's a song or if it's like poetry or something. I don't know, getting this. And she may be coming out to see you, and she may be like trying to pull you out of your hermit apartment. And her overall space is also overcoming so that you guys can work together as a partnership. You know, she wants to like, she doesn't want to feel like a victim anymore either. She wants you guys to just get on the same page and talk as a team and collaborate. It's like even you guys don't necessarily have to start a new life together, but it needs to just get going somehow. Communication, even if it's like work related or, you know, whatever excuse you have to come up with, maybe even, you know, say, I'm just here on work. I just came for a conference. I just happened to be in your town. I want to say, hey. But both of you want to overcome feeling like a victim and feeling imprisoned by the situation, and you want to start working together. So that's awesome. So you guys can tell by these energies that both of you are kind of wanting the same thing. It's like, let's get this ball rolling and let's just start communicating already. Let's set all of our insecurities and fears aside and just be vulnerable and honest. So these are both kings. So she's in her power in this, and this is in the future. She's coming into her power, feeling solid, feeling strong, feeling like she's got the Midas touch. She can make anything happen. Feeling confident in her ability to manifest. Feeling like she's got faith in her masculine to manifest something as well. I feel like even a lot of feminines are building businesses, becoming entrepreneurs, or getting great ideas for their books and whatnot. And so they're very much in their power coming up here in the near future. And she's seeing things very clearly from that powerful standpoint, and she's cutting away any nonsense. So if you come to her with your heart, come to her with vulnerability, and come to her ready to take a risk. And now a risk isn't going and having dinner with her, getting on the same page and running away. That's no risk. That's like that's a baby risk. A real risk is, I'm going to give it my all. Like, I'm going to give it my absolute to communicate in my truth as often as possible with her. I'm going to give her as much as I possibly can and see what happens. You know, see if we can build something into a more grounded, mature, regularly communicating type of relationship where there's reciprocation between us both. Yeah, she's become a better communicator as she's gone along. And she's more clear than ever, like the kind of man she wants in her life. And she really does want a husband. Most of these feminines really do want commitment and a husband. So you have the marriage card here, and you have this churchy kind of card that to me looks like somebody getting married. And you've got the hubby card, and you got the happy family card. So even though she's had bad experiences in the past with other people, and she's had her own heart broken, no surprise. You guys have both been pretty annihilated when it comes to love, you know. But she's also willing to take a risk, you guys. She's also willing. You guys are both coming from fears and insecurities and bad relationships of the past, and you're putting yourself out there with faith again. You know, willing to give it a shot again. And you guys, you know, she wants that happy family. This is a card about ultimate fulfillment, like knowing that you're going to have your heart's desire, the kids you want, if you do, the job you want, both of you want, like everybody's happy in this card. Everybody's happy in this card. You know, and she wants a happy ending for everyone. She's not just in it for herself. You know, when it comes to, let me just say this. When it comes to this connection she has with you masculines, what plagues her, it's not like, she's not saying, oh, hurry up, I need the money. Hurry up, I want the kids. Hurry up, I want this, or any of that. It's like, and I talk to these guys all the time, so trust me on this. All she cares about is the sweet connection you guys have. It's like, when you see these women talk about these men, it's like, I knew him. like there was something I saw in him that I know nobody else got to see, you know, something special. And she feels like, and I know they both feel that way because I hear it from both sides. That's what she's holding on to. That's why she's not having sex with anybody. That's why, you know, she just wants that sweet, sweet connection you guys had again. And to see the way that they, yes, they want to get on with their lives. Yes, they want the family. They want certain things with you, but they know that they will be so happy with you and you will be so happy with them. And just to hear the masculines and the feminines just talk about each other, it's like they light up. They light up. Just to say their name is like so sweet. And so you guys, it's worth getting past any insecurities. I don't care. I don't care what it is you think she's going to do or what you think you're risking or, you know, God forbid you should put your heart out there again. But these guys are different. They love about you. They love who you truly are, not the facade, not the person that you pretend to be. You guys really love each other for what's at the core, what really, really matters. The sweetness, the tenderness, that playful thing, you know, the innocence in you guys. So just go there. Just go there and share with each other from that standpoint. Reach out to each other from that standpoint. And girls, if you do feel like reaching out to him, just don't expect anything back. You know, you're just gonna hurt yourself, and you're gonna make up all kinds of stories as to why he won't say anything back. So don't do that to yourself. Just love to love. Don't love to get back. Just love to just love him. Send him a sweet message because you feel like it. Because, you know, you don't, like Wayne Dyer used to say, like, don't die with your music still in you. You know, you have feelings for somebody, let them know. Don't hold that inside, no matter how scary it is. Just reach out and see what happens. The worst case scenario, it doesn't work. It's not the right time. They shun you, they shove you out the door, and you're like, okay, well, now I know the direction not to go in, at least for now, so I'm going to go another direction. But then you have sleep again, you know? You can get some sleep again. You can feel like you did it. You can feel like, you know what I mean. Anyway, I can't believe I cried. But you guys know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. I talk to you guys all the time. Masculines, you know, I talk to these girls and they're crying. And they're really taking it personal that you're not saying anything back. You know, they want that happy family with you. They want to make money with you. They want to be successful with you. They want to overcome all this stuff just like you do. So start working together. I guess this week is all about like working together and collaborating as the king and queen, you know, so you guys can create your own happiness. You guys deserve it. You can take that risk. It's safe to love again. And I don't know, I wish you guys the best. If this resonated, I am going to do an extended version where I'm going to be doing a light language blessing. And I'm going to use a bunch of oracle cards for guidance for both of you at this time. All right, have a beautiful week, you guys, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye. Oh, yeah, and the extended reading is going to be, the link is always right underneath this video in the description. You might have to look for it, but you should just say extended reading, and then a link. Just go there, and you can buy the extended reading for $11. And I still am doing the quick relationship spreads. They're $22. Just go to amysatori.com/services. and you'll see all the different services that I offer. So I'm going to go start the extended version now. Thank you. Bye.